my name is Paul Brandvik and I work with Milwaukee Tool. Today the tools I'm talking about are our M18 Fuel products. Fuel means brushless. Brushless tools have longer runtime and more power. They also have communication between the battery, the charger, and the tool. M18 Milwaukee Fuel tools come with a 5-year warranty from defective parts and workmanship. The chargers as well would have a 5-year warranty. As I mentioned earlier, most of our drill kits come with a 5 amp hour battery pack. What does amp hour mean? Typically, the larger the amp hour, the longer the runtime and the more power that battery pack is going to put out. Milwaukee manufactures battery packs from all the way down to 1.5 amp hours, all the way up to 12 amp hours. So again, when would you want a 12 amp hour battery pack? When you're doing a very taxing job, such on a Milwaukee chainsaw. When would you not need a very higher amp hour battery pack? Maybe if you're running drywall screws, it's not very taxing on the battery pack, so you can get by with a lower amp hour battery pack. On your 12 volt battery packs, you would have 1.5 amp hour, all the way up to 6 amp hour. A 6 amp hour battery pack would carry a 3-year warranty. Your smaller amp hour battery packs, 1.5, 2 amp hour, a battery that looks like this would have a 2-year warranty. And same here, a battery like this would have a 3-year warranty. Your thinner battery packs, 1.5 amp hour, would have a 2-year warranty. The most popular battery that we sell is the 4811 1850, which is a 5 amp hour battery. It also has a fuel gauge on the battery that tell you how much power is into this battery pack. The reason why, if you have a job up on a roof, you can check to make sure before you go up there I'm showing full power on this battery pack, that after I climb up that ladder it ensures me I'm going to be able to get the job done and climb back down with the work complete. I won't have to go back and charge my battery or get a new battery. First, we're going to talk about our new 4th generation M18 Fuel cordless brushless drill. This tool has 30% more power than the previous generations. It is shorter in length, so it's 6.9 inches from the back of the tool to the front of the chuck. The weight comes in at just under 5.5 pounds. It has an all metal 1/2 inch chuck. It has a 16 position clutch setting where you can control the torque on 16 different settings. Maximum torque on this tool would be 1,400 inch-pounds in high. It also has a hammer drill mode, so when you put the drill in hammer mode, if you have the proper accessory with this tool, you can drill into cinder block or concrete. It has a high-low switch on it, so when it's in setting 1, it's 0 to 500 RPM, and when it's at setting low, it's 0 to 3,100 RPM. We also have a side handle that comes with the tool, and it will attach onto the top of the tool. So when you're using larger accessories, it's important that you use the side handle. When you're using larger bits, they have a tendency to bind. This will give you better control over the tool, eliminating wear and tear to your wrist. It also has an LED light on the tool, so when you're working in darker areas, it will illuminate the area you're working on. And this particular tool has a new function called auto stop. Auto stop will shut the tool down when it binds. So if the tool is being used and you bind the bit, it's going to crank the tool and the tool will shut off. So if you're a person that does not like this feature, you have the ability to disengage that. So you take the forward reverse switch, you would put it in a neutral position there, and you pull the trigger 5 times. If you want to go back and engage the auto stop, put the slide forward reverse switch back into the neutral position, pull the trigger 5 times. Auto stop is engaged. It also has a light down there telling me that the auto stop is engaged on the tool. Some other features of this particular tool, it has a lanyard clip, so you can hook up a lanyard to it. So if you're working on a ladder or higher, like a skyscraper, and you drop the tool, it's not going to fall onto the people down below. It also has a belt clip on the tool, so you can hook it onto the belt. All right, some common accessories that are used with the cordless drill would be 1, your standard drill bit. As most everybody has seen, it can be used in wood or metal. You have your Milwaukee hole saws that is a popular accessory with your electrician. These can be used in wood or metal. You have step bits that have different sizes of hole, strictly used in metal. You also have auger bits that can be used in this tool. These are strictly used in wood. Popular accessory for the electrical contractor. The next tool we're going to talk about is the Fuel M18 2953 Impact Tool. Impact tools are becoming more and more common in the electrical field. The reasons why is they put out more torque than a standard drill driver, faster RPM than a standard drill driver, and as I mentioned before, on the drills, there's wear and tear to the wrist. Impact tools, all the power is generated internally. They also are smaller in length here, so you can get into tighter areas and less in weight. They have a 1/4-inch hex bit retention system on them, and most of the people are using these tools for one, running screws. You have 1/4-inch hex adapters for running nuts. You can also use 1/4-inch hex drill bits in these, and we also make 1/4-inch hex step bits that we'll chuck into these tools now. It has a 4-gauge control mechanism on it, so when you're in setting 1, it's going to be the slowest the tool runs and the least power the tool has. When you're in setting 3, you're at the fastest the tool will run and has the most power that the tool will give. And then setting 4 is for running self-tapping screws. I should also mention the 3-piece LED light that's on this particular tool to illuminate the areas that you're trying to work in. As mentioned on the 2904 M18 Fuel hammer drill, you also have a spot for a lanyard, so when you're working in higher areas, you can tie on a lanyard so it's not going to fall on people down below, and it also has a belt hook on it that can hook onto your belt. The next tool I want to discuss today is the M12 Brushless Fuel Hammer Drill Driver. It has a 1/2-inch metal chuck on it, a 16-position clutch setting, and a high-low switch on it. Top inch-pounds per torque on this particular tool is 400 inch-pounds of torque. It has a forward reversing switch on it. It has an LED light to illuminate dark areas when you're working. Comes with a 5-year warranty as well, 5 years on the charger. This particular tool has a 2 amp-hour battery pack and has a 2-year warranty on this battery pack. M12 fuel hammer drills and drill drivers have enough power to power a 1-inch auger bit for drilling into wood. You may ask yourself, why would you choose an M12 fuel brushless drill over an M18 fuel brush drills? One, they're smaller, more compact, and lighter in weight. For the electrical contractor, this will cover 90% of his daily needs. The next tool we're going to discuss is the 4th generation M12 Fuel 1/4-inch hex impact tool. Has the 3-piece LED lights illuminate dark areas just like the 18-volt does. Has your 1/4-inch hex bit retention system. Has your 4-piece drive control mode like the M18 Fuel does. It has a belt clip. Just like the drill driver on the M12 Fuel platform, this tool is going to be smaller, more compact, and put out more power than your standard brush tools. Metal is a very common material that's cut in the electrical industry. So you have EMT, you have strut, and there's a variety of ways you can cut them. You could cut them with a sawzall, you could cut them with a hacksaw. Bandsaw is a very popular solution to cutting these materials. Milwaukee manufactures 3 different cutting capacity bandsaws that will cut these materials. Notice that the blade is enclosed, so you don't have any areas that are exposed, so you're not going to cut yourself. We have 3 different sizes, as I mentioned, so you want to make sure you have the right blade for the right saw. The first one we're going to show you is the M12 bandsaw. You'll notice how quiet it is and how smooth it cuts the material. On the M18 deep cut bandsaw, it's a 2-handed cutting applications. So please make sure you have both hands on the tool when making your cut. Notice it's a little faster cut than what the M12 Fuel bandsaw would be. Another popular tool for cutting EMT is the M18 Fuel metal cutting saw. 5 3/8 inch blade on this particular tool, and it's a very fast cutting tool, but it's a very loud tool when it cuts. The nickname for this tool is a screamer. You need to make sure you have your eye protection on and your ear protection in when using this particular tool. The nice thing about the bandsaw, it is quieter, a cleaner cut. The metal saw, faster cutting tool, but you're going to need to deburr your EMT after it has been used. As we mentioned earlier in the training session, that this is called a screamer, and you'll notice the noise of this particular tool when using it. Very fast cutting though. Another 2 popular M18 Fuel brushless tools are M18 Fuel brushless sawzall, M18 Fuel brushless hacksaw. These tools are used for cutting metal or they're used for cutting wood. When using these tools, you want to make sure you have the proper blade for the proper material. For cutting wood, you would want less teeth per inch, and for cutting metal, you would want more teeth per inch. A Milwaukee sawzall will typically have more power than what a Milwaukee hacksaw will have, and it requires two-hand operation. It has a rafter hook on it, so you can hang it on your ladder or your rafter when you're working up above. A hacksaw is nice because it has one-handed tool application. If you're climbing up into a ladder and cutting above your head, it's great to use the hacksaw because you have good control over the tool with one hand. Another popular tool for the electrician is the multi-tool. This particular tool is an M18 Fuel brushless multi-tool. We also make an M12 12-volt brushless multi-tool. These particular tools are popular with electrical contractors because it allows them to cut a variety of materials. You can cut it into wood. You can cut it into tile. A lot of people use it for cutting outlet boxes out in drywall. We have a different variety of blades that we make ourselves, and you just need to make sure you have the proper blade for the proper material that you're cutting. Another popular tool for the electrical contractor would be the M18 Fuel hole hogs. This particular one is designed for an electrical contractor. It has high RPM, 0 to 1200 RPMs. It's a narrow profile here that allows the electrician to get in between the studs when he's wiring a house. This particular unit has a 7/16 hex quick connect on it, which all your standard auger and self-feeding bits have. It goes into the tool and it's locked in. This eliminates the electrical contractor or the user from having to use a chuck key when operating this tool. This tool will go up to a 2 9/16 self-feed bit. And if you need a bigger size, let's say I'm a plumber, it's the same type of feature. Low profile here allows the plumber to get in between the studs, but it allows him to power up to a 6-inch bit. It runs from 0 to 950 in high, 0 to 500 RPM in low. On low, it will allow you to do a 6-inch hole. Another couple popular tools for the electrical contractor are SDS Rotary Hammers for drilling into concrete and cinder block. On the M12 Fuel platform, we have the 5/8 capacity SDS hammer, and on the M18, we make up to an 1.1/8 capacity hammer. This particular tool has 1-inch solid bit capacity. When you're drilling in enclosed areas, OSHA standards these days are that you need to have a vacuum attachment on your SDS hammer to suck up all the silica dust. The way the vacuum works on this particular tool is I pull the trigger, then you'll hear the vacuum on right now, and then when it's done, it will shut off. And it also has a vibration mechanism that you hear right now that will shake out the filter when you're using the tool. Milwaukee has a variety of brushless fuel tools in both 12-volt and M18 volt platform. This particular tool is off the M18 platform and is a chainsaw. As I mentioned earlier, this particular comes with a 12 amp hour battery pack. It has a 16-inch bar on it. So with the chainsaw, we have a variety of other lawn and garden or outdoor power equipments. We have pole saws, we have string trimmers, we have hedgers, we have M18 Fuel blowers that will work off these particular battery packs as well that gets your yard cleanup done.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate all your time today and your support. Look for our quarterly flyer and let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting Milwaukee Electric Tool, Viking Electric.